Okay, so sorry, I'm never on time. I don't know if you're still here. I know I'm how late am I? 9 minutes late. It's a sad state of affairs. Who else is here? Evelyn, Cass, Jeff. Oh, it's been a week, hasn't it? A weekend, I guess. I don't know. Was it the weekend? We got like 24 inches of snow, so but Sunday, I think, was it Sunday or Monday? We had like a 5-day weekend and then a 4-day weekend back to back. That was hardcore. Like, do kids ever go to school anymore? So yeah, I think it was like Monday morning was when the real snow came, and my family got up early. My grandson was sick. He hung out with me, and they were out shoveling snow. Didn't even tell me. They're like, go see grandma. And so he asked me for something. I said, maybe I'll ask your mom. And he's like, oh no, they're outside. And it's really freezing out there, grandma. You don't want to go. So I guess he had wanted to go with them. And they talked him out of it. So it took them like 2 hours. They did a beautiful job. They learned from the last snowfall exactly how to do it, except for the last one was a lot harder because they had to shovel 4 times. And then the fourth time it had like a coating of 2 inches of ice or something on top. It was crazy. But yeah, it was more snow, but the snow is easier to shovel than the combo of snow and ice. How's everyone doing? Hi, Cass. Are you still mad at me, Cass? I don't know what I did. I don't know. I forget what I did, but it must have been something good for Cass to say something to me. I forget. Everyone's going, hmm. Okay. I know I didn't change my title, but there is something I want to talk about. I guess that shouldn't be a shock to anyone. I obviously have not stressed this enough on my channel, but I really feel a deep need to do this again. Oh, you haven't? Good. Because I think I misunderstood something you said. And I thought, ooh, she sounds like she's mad at me. I'm talking to Cass right now. Like, okay, let me just like try and sidestep this one and see what happens. I don't know. But I'm not afraid. I'll bring it up. It's a made up subject. Oh, that one I'll talk about it next time. I'll keep the same title for my next stream. It's just, it takes too long on this stupid little phone to change everything. So I just went with it. I'm good. And it's not made up. Anyhow, the thing that I want to stress, and these are the words that I heard come out of somebody's mouth who's trying to help. I know they're trying to help, but they're really not helping anybody at all, including themselves. When you say that a crime is not a crime because it's online, you would be wrong. This is not private. If you're not allowed to do something in public, and this is a public platform, and it's against the law, it's not allowed in public. Now, someone could press charges. I'm not saying who. I guess everybody knows the story. the words that I don't want to use on my channel, and I won't use them. But oh, you're driving? Okay, cool. When you violate a woman online, and it happened to me on your channel, and you did something about it, but for some reason, I don't know why you did it for me. It was a different person. Maybe you felt like that person could handle a little shimmy shake from you, shake up. But you're being very careful from someone to someone that is simply textbook predatory. I'm just saying. You can't pretend that it isn't. It totally is. And I think that you should, because Gwen was very upset and had to tell you several times that there's no going back, there's no way back, all the things, right? No. There's actually a lot of people that think that person should actually be in fake news, should be in jail for what he did. But he would have had to be found out by somebody, and somebody might have to press charges. I don't know what people want to do, but to some people, they feel very strongly about it. And you felt trolled because of that. And a lot of people just didn't want to hang out with you because you just felt like you could fix things that you can't fix. Nobody's mad at you. People make mistakes. You're making one right now. And a lot of people didn't want to address it. I don't know if you'll even hear this. But you can't do what that person did and make amends. There's no making amends. You can't fix it. There's no going back. It's a violation. Not a traffic violation. Predatory towards women. And you can't laugh it off. And the thing that I noticed is that there's one person that seems to circle this whole thing. And you called him a groomer, and then you forgave him within like 10 seconds. But he's not grooming that person that you thought he was grooming. He's grooming you and all your girlfriends that hang out, or all his girlfriends that hang out there. You're the ones that are being groomed to normalize this behavior. People that have been victims are easy targets for guys like him. I'm not going to say who it is. I don't care. If you think I need to explain it, say it on your channel. If I have a chance, I'll type something in the chat. I get it. But if the person never figures it out, I'm not here to fix anybody. I can't fix her either. There's no apologies that can be made. People go to prison. The judge doesn't say, well, if you apologize, we'll let you stay out for another 3 or 4 years, and we'll monitor you from afar, keep you on camera, check everything that you do. No, they just go to jail. The Riddler. I know, I'm sorry. I just had to say something. I can't just say nothing. I'm not a victim of this particular crime, but I have seen many, known many very close to me. Not good. And it's very clear to me that almost everybody that's over there hanging out thinking he's the cool guy, and he ain't. He's grooming you. Dana, he's trolling because she's a therapist. Even though she's a victim, she's a therapist. Black Eagle, I don't know if she's a victim. Probably not, but she feels very strongly about it, and she's been silenced because it's uncomfortable to hear the truth about your reality. I get it. Yeah, there's things as a community that we can do, but that's up to the person that feels violated, not up to us. It's not our job to fix that person. And that if that other person, as like I don't know, as a community, yeah, sure. I mean, some of these special people are learning some things, like not to do things that they, and maybe that'll help them. Just, I'm not saying we should turn our backs on everything, but I think if we try not to objectify back, I guess that's the point. The fake outrage. Yeah, the current president like is all for this. And you know who really needs to get, I mean, I know he's got wet brain. He even used the term, the syndrome for it. But he's smarter than most of the people over there, is Coda. And he said something. He said, it's really hard to get out of something that you work so hard to get into. And that's what you've done. I mean, all of you over there, you've worked very hard to get into this mess that you're in. It's not appealing. Now, look, if you are happy having us watch you get groomed, that floats your boat. Don't let me stop you, but that's what we're doing when we look at you guys. I'm not joking. It's not a joke. It's not funny. Sorry. Most of the time I'm laughing, but this is not a personal thing for me. It's a personal thing for women, mostly, but young men get hurt by this too. It's very clear that that did come up also, very briefly. So anyway, I'm just saying that, like, I don't ban Richard from my chat. He can come in my chat, say whatever he wants to, but he knows better. He knows I'm not an idiot. He takes his little jabs, his little opportunities when I go all other places. I don't care because I'm not a victim. I'm not the kind of victim he's looking for. Not at all. You know, I'm not an advocate either. I don't claim to be. All I know is that I've been given plenty of opportunity to be groomed, just like all of you are being groomed right now in the real life, because we didn't have the internet when I was your age or however old you are. Actually, I had it maybe 10 years. I got it when I was like 40 or 40 something. Exactly, Jeff. A lot of men also respond for something happening that wasn't their fault, just because person, and maybe didn't notice something. There's a lot of things that happen. I don't know. I kind of feel like not you, not you. I know. Whoa, Nelly, huh? Just saying. If it sounds like you, then it's you. Okay. If you feel like I'm talking to you, I probably am. That's all I can say about all of you. No, not everyone is being groomed, Cass. Stop it. But if you find the time to defend the behavior, and I see it very subtly in other people's chat. You know, if I stop chatting in other people's chat, these little things won't come up. If Black Eagle stops chatting in these chats, these little uncomfortable things won't come up either. Neither one thinks that either one of us is right all the time, and that's fine. But guess what? This is not a fairy tale. This is like a real thing. And somebody that we like has been harmed by this. Richard is grooming women to groom people like Gordon, to bring them in, to make him feel safe. He needs, it's like the pimp thing. I don't know how that all works, but you know what I mean? It's like they're the Ghislaine Maxwell's. He's got a bunch of them. There's plenty of Gordons out there. Let's face it. He's not alone. Yes, I agree with Evelyn. I think Gordon is is exploiting being exploited. Yes. So he has someone to blame. Hi, Janie Bobaney. Thank you, Cass. Anyway, like I noticed it a long time ago, a couple years ago with Gordon. And there's different ways you can handle things. And what did I say? Because I thought it was strange that he'd come up and panel and then he'd get tired and he'd go get up because he's tired. Now he's tired and he seemed normal a minute ago. Well, I don't know what he was doing to make himself suddenly tired. But I didn't talk about it. I started suggesting that he have his own channel, and he now has his own channel. And all of a sudden, since he's had his own channel and a Discord or something, all hell broke loose. But it didn't happen on my channel. Stop it, Janie. I know they're just gently pricking you with their claws as they climb up your leg. Tell them I just need to go to the bathroom. Give me a chance. Anyway, I don't want anyone not to feel like they can't type in my chat. But there's certain people that I can no longer have on my panel. They might not hear this right now, but if they do, they probably know who they are. And I don't mean you, Chloe, even though you are a victim too. I don't know if you're a victim. I'm just saying you're a victim of proximity. It's unfortunate. Little miss, are you pointing to yourself? Did you want to come? You don't want to come on panel, or you do? You can if you want to. No, there's a few people that shut up, Jeff. Take your wrench. Where's Black Eagle? You will never be silenced here. Be careful of overusing the term. I can't see that next word, Jeff. I'm sorry. Can you type it again? I'm going to guess and say it might be victim, but yeah, I know what you mean. But there's always going to be more than one victim. I'm from Catting the Bob. That was yesterday. She should be fine by now. Okay. What did you think you dreamed, sweetly? Nobody said anything about the audio. Is the audio okay right now? Oh, Evelyn, yeah, she's allowed on the panel now because they did this new thing. We're allowing people that are ban evaders to go on panels and type in side chats. And if they want their channel back, they have to abstain from their own channel and comments and whatever for a year. Okay, the audio is okay. Yeah, because what they were doing is when they first decided to start banning people was that if you had a ban evader on your panel, then they could ban your channel too. But now they've changed all of that, which is nice. Yeah, I mean, sure, it's not a fair country here. They don't do things fairly in America anymore. And I don't know what to do to stop it because I think they were like upset with Nixon and they tried to, what's the word? Anyway, they forced him into resignation, which happened. And he went to a nice little country club prison for I don't know how long. And everyone likes him now. I don't know if it was because he did the wrong thing and then he did the right thing. But what's going on now seems like the person's doing the wrong thing and then they're doing the wrong thing. And I guess they think 80 or how, I don't know how old that guy is, the president. But I know that he lived a life of privilege his whole life and has gotten away with everything. He's just an example of what rich people can get away with over and over again to the end of time. I don't know. Maybe he thinks he's not going to live too much longer. A KCL history lesson? I don't know. Where's he been? Evelyn, I don't follow him that closely because I'm not really an American. I just live here and get treated like a second-class citizen that I am. But other than that, I deserve it from having had my white privilege, my white lady privilege for so many years. You're cutting me to the bone now. Oh, I don't know, maybe. I can't barely read the chat. I can't stand that. You know, my whole thing was I was getting my new iPad yesterday. Well, we got snowed out, so I couldn't get my iPad. Moses, I don't know, bossy fellow. They're saying most of the Bible was just made up from they got all the information off of some clay pots in Macedonia or something. I forget. It was all made up. Well, we already knew that, you know, didn't we? I mean, people. I mean, the first time I ever asked anybody why do people go to church, I asked like a peer, you know, somebody in high school, and I said, "Why do people go to church?" And the kid thought for a while. We were probably like 13, 14. He thought for a while, and he said, "Well, it's mostly for the social advantages." I said, "Social? Do people like hang around with each other?" They said, "Yeah, you go to church." Blind people intent better than you. Who are you talking to? And what does that mean? The creative writing portion. Yeah, the Bible is the creative writing. Okay, so yeah, I said, well, I didn't realize there was a social aspect to church. I thought people went to church and they listened to the one guy and then they went home and that was it. And they're like, sort of. Anyway, so whenever I hear somebody talking, and believe me, I hear people talking all the time about their associations, their associates of the churches. They want. It's like, how important do you really want to be in church? Do you want to be so important that people will leave the keys outside so you can get in every Tuesday morning to, I don't know, restock the shelves or something? I don't know. I don't do the internet very well, and neither does Glenn Beck. I mean, he's proof that anyone can have a channel and do pretty good on the channel and not be good at the internet. He's not good at the internet. But I still watch him. You don't have to be good. Don't make fun of that, Jeff, because there are people that actually do that. Disabled mental illness is not to be joked about. And I don't know if Glenn Beck is crazy. I don't know what that means. There's a couple of guys that used to have radio talk shows during the day. There's Glenn Beck, and who was that other guy? One of them was an opiate addict. That was the other thing I did notice. You know, like sometimes when people say things to you on the internet, they're like, they're high. They're either eating gummy bears or whatever they call them. What I don't know, or they're smoking weed, or they're microdosing. Like these people are just high. They you know, like okay. The other day, Morgan got mad at me because I made fun of her boyfriend Richard, and she's known him for so long, and blah blah blah, whatever. And I'm like, you've known what I think of Richard for all these years, but you can't think of one thing good to say about him to change my mind. Because there isn't anything. I've looked. There's nothing good to say. There's nothing, it's not funny. Nothing funny about it. I don't get it. No, I'm not attacking them. I'm just saying, I notice. Are you trying to deny that drugs and alcohol don't affect your thinking? Is that what you're trying to say? I don't even know who that was. Who was that saying that? I couldn't see the avatar. Oh, it's glowy. Oh, Morgan's a waste of breath. Like, what does she say? What advantage does she have? She just thinks of what? Irrelevant? Well, how is she relevant? Who cares? Who cares if anyone's relevant? That's not a defense. It's an attack. You don't defend yourself by attacking people. It's not logical. So therefore, somebody must be high. That's all I can say. That's what it looks like. I'm sorry. Don't care. And that's another thing that I love. That's why I love Coda, the wet brain. He's like, the Canadian anthem has words in it that actually say, I don't care. Chief. My senility. I'm off my rocker. My voice changer. No, I'm still the same person. I'm still here. Listen to myself. Yeah. Okay. No, he called himself a wet brain. Do you pay attention to the other streams? He actually used the word for it. The Kaninsky something syndrome. And when I looked it up, it said referring to wet brain, people that have drank too much alcohol. And that's what he said. And he said it many times, not just once. You guys don't even remember because you're all high. You don't remember what people say. I'm senile and I remember like obvious stuff like that, Captain Obvious. Yeah, Chloe. Chloe's just mad because she doesn't know how to act in public and she's not doing well. No, not everyone, Vigilum. Have you ever noticed that people that use an attack as a defense, those people, you figure it out. Okay, I'm not telling you who they are. See, there she's doing it. That's funny. I'm finding it quite hilarious. Go back to Discord and talk to Elmer Fudd about it. He'll fix you. I mean, he'll groom you. Go ahead. Oh, you guys wanted me to sugarcoat what's happening? Not going to happen. Not today. Everyone qualifies, Jeff. We're all on the spectrum, right? Sure. www. In real life, before the internet, people used to do mud wrestling. Have you ever seen that? Hello, Wild West. I think I caused some outrage. Good. Y'all deserve it. Keep your eyes wide open or wide shut. Eyes wide shut. That's what it is. Go ahead. Keep it up. Do not protect your fellow man. Yeah, that's right, Jeff. See, at least Jeff listens and he understands what I'm talking about. Most people can't. It's not your fault. I didn't come here to make your life easy. But if it's too difficult, if you have to use too many brain cells, it's not my fault. You don't have to get it. It's fine. Yeah, I did live in Texas, Vigilum. For 5 years, y'all. No, Lady Scrapper, you got it all wrong. Sorry, Lady Scrapper, wrong again. As usual. No, I won't lie and say that I wasn't pissed off about what happened on the weekend. But, is what it is now. It's the way it happened. Oh, by the way, I was watching The Truth. I don't know if you guys know who that is. And she was, she had it ended up being a short panel. I don't think it was supposed to be, but she had a couple of Patreons of Laura on her channel that are fighting now because, they can't get along for whatever reason. They have to do it publicly. You know how people go into these Discords and Patreons and can't get along with each other, and it eventually rumbles out into the general public for everyone to hear? Nobody cares, but it happened, and it happens. And The Truth had them on their channel, and then she allowed she got a porn bomb, some guy. Put down the pipe. That's all I can say. No, I I want to have a cigarette. I haven't had a smoke in a couple of years. So are you saying that nobody gets high and goes online, Fred? Is that what you're saying? Because that's not true. I listen about what? Yeah, I listen to it because somebody got hurt. And I wanted to see what people do when people get hurt. You're calling Google. Okay. I'm not mad at you, Chloe. I'm not mad at anybody. I just think that sometimes people get it wrong. And sometimes we can't fix things. Who? What? That's not what who said where. Yeah, me too. I get it wrong too. Because people get emotional when you talk about abuse towards women and saying that because it wasn't an elderly person or a baby, that it's not as much of a crime. Hello, there's Black Eagle. I'm sorry, but a crime, a predatory crime like that is a crime, even if the person is not elderly or a baby. I'm sorry, wrong. That's wrong to say. I might say something wrong too, but I was upset that you got blocked the other day, Black Eagle, because for some reason, calling a predator is a crime around here, and people can't handle it when they've been groomed. Excuse me. I'm not saying that people are drug addicts or they're high. I'm saying if you are, try to take note of it. Is that affecting the way you're living? Is that affecting what you do online? Like, are you going along with something because drugs are affecting you? Because I don't understand why people are going along with this crap. It's not cool. Hey, Samara. That's why I'm not using names, because they know who they are. The people that are having issues know who they are. And they know if they're high or not, or if a drug is affecting them or not. Even if you have a prescription drug and you're not reacting the way you would normally, it's affecting you. I'm not saying you're a bad person. I'm not trying to tell anybody they're bad. It's okay. Chloe, you're too confused for school, okay? Don't go back to school, Chloe. It won't help you. Yeah, no, because you know what? I just saw people tippy-toeing around this subject, like they're afraid to talk about it because they're so busy naming names. It's not just one person. There's a lot of people doing this. I know, I am hilarious. Ha ha ha, just like Richard, right? Your friend Richard. You think you know everything about people online. I'm not saying you particularly, but not me. I don't think I know anything about any people online at all. Richard's never been funny. Prove it. And he's not smart. Prove it. If you get some proof, I'll eat my words. I'll say, okay, he's the smartest and he's the funniest. But so far, in like 10 years that I've known this guy, he's never been funny or useful or intelligent. Not intelligent at all, Chloe. Mm-mm. You know what? You are the most groomed if you're over here telling me how intelligent this dummy is. Okay? You and Chloe and Morgan. Who else wants to join that club? No, but he isn't. And who cares? He's irrelevant. You sound groomed. Hi, John. How are you doing? I know John stays out of trouble. You're like, oh, what's going on at Dory's today? Anyway, John is pretty faithful. Thanks for showing up. How do you know, Samara? No, you're not, Black Eagle. I never took the test. I don't care to. I've taken IQ tests though, not Mensa. I do have a very high IQ. Sorry. Sorry to report. It doesn't help. I'm just a person like everyone else. Yeah, he's like missing a chromosome funny. Little miss. Sorry. Just saying. No, he's not. Oh my God. Losing a chromosome doesn't make you smarter. Anyway, I'm bored with all you guys still saying the same old things. So I'm just going to go.